Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm Chris Combs, and today I'm going to show you one of my favorite rudimental warm-ups. Alright, first thing I want to do is talk about the rudiments we're going to be using today. The first rudiment is just a regular old paradiddle. So we're going right, left, right, and that's the first side, and then the second side is left, right, left, left. So it's symmetrical, it's a mirror image of one another. So we're just going. So that's going to be our short tone. Our long tone is going to be the paradiddle-diddle. So the only change is on the back half of it. Instead of doing a symmetrical right, left, right, left, left, it's going to have one lead the whole time through, and it's going to be right, left, left, left. So where you would normally go to that other half of the paradiddle, you're going to do a double left, and then it's going to go back to the right hand. So that's going to look like this. Now we are going to use that with left hand lead, so you want to be able to do that as well. Like that. So the first one we're going to look at is actually in 4/4, and we're going to do two paradiddle-diddles followed by a paradiddle. Because of the paradiddle at the end, it's going to kick you over to the next lead. It's going to switch your leads. So you're going to go from right-handed lead to left-handed lead. So here's the pattern. I'm going to start it with my right hand. Paradiddle, diddle, paradiddle, diddle, paradiddle, switch. Paradiddle, diddle, paradiddle, switch. So that's the first pattern. The way we're gonna orchestrate it is first we're gonna put it on the drums or on the snare drum, and then we'll put it on the drum set. So snare drum, we're going to sound like this. I'm going to turn off my mic. So that's how we're going to do our first exercise. We're going to do them all on the snare drum to begin with. Then we're going to put them onto the kit. So the way I like to orchestrate things on the kit, and orchestration is just a fancy word for where you're putting parts of this rhythm throughout your drum kit, what instruments you're playing each part on. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to take those accents and we're going to put them, everything that you play on your right hand, you're going to put on your floor tom. Everything that you play on your left hand, you're going to play up here on your rack tom. Now again, I'm a lefty, so that's going to be reversed for me. So that's how we're going to do our first one. That's orchestration number 1. So we put it onto the toms. Next thing we're going to do is take, I'm going to use my stacker because I think it's fun and it sounds cool. So I'm going to use my stacker on this one. We're going to put bass drum now underneath each of those accents, and the accents are going to be played up on the snare, on the cymbal, and the unaccented notes are going to be back there on the snare drum. So let me show you that. Cool, so that's orchestration number 2. Then a thing that I like to go right to is seeing what they sound like as beats. So I'm going to play it on the hi-hat and the snare drum. This is kind of a cool beat. It builds a lot of tension and release. So let me show you what that sounds like. So there you have it. That's example 1. So again, paradiddle-diddle, paradiddle-diddle, paradiddle, then it switches. So the next groove that we're going to look at, the next little warm-up, is the inverse of this. So instead of having two paradiddle-diddles to begin with, we're going to have two paradiddles to begin with and a paradiddle-diddle on the end. So for those of you counting, that gives us a bar of 7/8. So all in all, we have 14 notes that we're playing. We're going to play 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 1. Okay, so that's going to sound like this. We got. So that is our 7/8 combination. That's how I'm counting it, 7/8. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. So again, we're going to take that and we're going to orchestrate it. So we played accents in 16th notes on the snare drum. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put the accents on the floor tom and the rack tom. So now we've got the floor toms going, still in 7, and the rack tom. Now what we're going to do, we're going to play it as a beat. And this is one of my favorite beats. 7 is so fun to play. So here it goes. Okay, so there's our groove in 7. The last one we're going to do is now a 2-bar pattern. So it's going to be, this is a mouthful. It's going to be a paradiddle-diddle, 2 paradiddles after that, another paradiddle-diddle, and then 3 paradiddles after that. So you get this kind of sound here. So we've got our paradiddle-diddle up front, paradiddle-diddle. Then we've got 2 paradiddles, or well, 1 paradiddle, 2 sides. So we're going paradiddle-diddle, paradiddle, paradiddle. Then we've got another paradiddle-diddle, which actually crosses the bar line rhythmically into that next bar. Paradiddle-diddle, okay? Then you've got 3 paradiddles in a row. There we go. And then it comes back onto your 1. So just to recap that, you've got a paradiddle-diddle to begin with, then 2 paradiddles, then a paradiddle-diddle again, and then 3 paradiddles. And remember, I'm counting the paradiddles as one side. So it's going to sound like this. Notice, because there's a paradiddle at the end, it's going to switch your leads, so you're going to go from right-hand lead to left-hand lead over and over again. So we talked about it on the snare drum. Now let's orchestrate it onto the toms. Okay, so that was orchestration number 2, technically. So we got snare, now we're on the toms. Now we're going to go to cymbals and kick drum. Cool. Now, last but not least, we're going to put it as a beat between the hi-hat and the snare drum. I'm going to just play bass drum on the accents, just to kind of spice it up. So lots of fun to work on those. If you like those, go ahead and record yourself and send them my way. Show me what you can come up with. They're a lot of fun. These are really simple rudiments, and that's the great thing about using rudiments is the bar to entry is really low. And once you're in there, you can really use them to make some great creative licks and creative rhythms. And yeah, so I really hope you liked that. If you do, go ahead and subscribe, hit the notifications, like it, share it, all that fun stuff. And I'll keep making these, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much. I'm Chris Combs, and enjoy.